where the bad pianos start to show. Keys all out of tune, just watch 'em go. Welcome to Adam and Joe talking nonsense on the Outside Scoop podcast show.
Hello, welcome to the Outside Scoop. Today we have another special episode where we have a little debrief following the Penrith Beer Festival.
That's right. This is the post-festival podcast.
Yes, and we are in our new studio.
Oh, you're announcing that now? Wow, he went straight in. He didn't tell me he was going to do that.
We're in the studio. This is set up for filming. For the observant around you'll notice that this isn't being filmed.
Yes. A lot of people listen to this. When I say a lot of people, probably your mum.
Yeah.
And then people who watch it is probably your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. We've commandeered a room within the pub, and it was rather barren and empty, so it was quite an echoey room. So we've put
I'll put
boxes.
some pictures up. Anybody who knows us, which is all of you, will not be surprised at what we've just done.
Empty boxes, cardboard boxes everywhere.
Old pillows.
Pillows with rat wee on them.
A blind. Yeah.
A blind, a dressing gown.
It is just exactly what you'd expect us to do.
Just to help absorb. And
It will get better, but this is all about documenting the process as well, isn't it?
I think it looks great.
Yeah,
I think
it does look great.
It does look great.
Yeah.
So today's Friday, 1 week after the festival.
Yep.
When we last spoke about it, I think it was the Monday before.
Yep.
And to be honest, I can't remember really what we said because that whole week was a blur.
Well, there's things we can talk about now, isn't there?
There's things we can talk about.
We can have a genuine recap.
Yeah.
And talk about what we've had.
In summary, the festival went well. It was well organised, well executed. Everybody enjoyed it.
It was a great time.
So if that's all we wanted to hear, there we go. You can tune off now.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, share.
Buy your tickets for next year.
Buy your tickets
They'll
for
be
next
released.
year.
Are we going to announce it?
I think October-ish.
Keep an eye out for October.
Ish.
It's not definite, but we've not had the debrief with the council yet.
Yeah, that's the end of this month.
Words from the council have been very positive. So
They've been happy.
Yeah.
So I think we can wind the clock back to. Let's go back to Monday before. I don't know if we spoke about me not having a license.
Well, so you've got the alcohol license in perpetuum, haven't you? You've got it forever. You just got to pay for it.
Just got to pay the fee every year.
But what you didn't have, which wasn't realised until 2 weeks before this is what we were alluding to before last week. You didn't have, basically it was permission to use the field.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
so what happened, I put the application in for this festival in January, and everyone was all happy with it. And the persons that were responsible for doing what's called the estate license kind of all passed that piece of work around the council, I believe. What we've got going on at the moment in Cumbria is 4 local authorities merging together to form one super authority, if you like. And because of that, we have 4 or 5 different estate departments all trying to
work out what they do.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Everybody's trying to work out where they sit again.
Yeah.
And this seems to have been a problem that, we don't think this is ours. We haven't got the authority to do this. We need to give it to those guys, and it just seems to have gone round in circles.
So this piece of work went round and round and round in circles. It was highlighted 2 weeks before the event, and that it still hadn't been done. For me, I was like, it's fine. We've got 2 weeks. We can get this sorted. Come the Monday before, it still wasn't sorted, and I started to have kittens.
Yeah, you was panicking over that. That was your biggest thing.
Like maybe we were gonna do it.
It was going to happen with or without the license.
Yeah.
If it was happening without, we would just had to have taken the trespass fine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It was just going to... Well, this is going ahead.
Yeah. 30 grand's already been spent on this thing.
Yeah.
It's happening. It would have been nice to have the license and, the thumbs up and everything was done by the book, because this is probably the most done by the book thing I've ever done.
Ever. We didn't want any blagging on this.
Yeah.
Which makes a change because almost everything is blagged.
Yeah, like even had insurance,
There was insurances, there was reports, there was everything.
risk assessments.
I've never seen you do a risk assessment, and you actually did it.
Pages and pages of risk assessments.
You had wasn't it an over 200-page
Event management
doc?
Yeah,
that's great. That is.
That was something. That was something. So anyway, we're getting Monday no license, Tuesday
still no license.
Still no license. The build is happening on Wednesday.
So on the Tuesday, there was a woman at the council, wasn't there, saying that she's working on it, and she's like an admin or something, from what we understood.
So she's as far as I could tell, licensing admin.
Yeah, but she's taken it under her wing to try and get it sorted, which was admirable. I think.
Yeah.
I think that was. I don't know her name, but without her, it wouldn't have happened. I don't think she really pushed.
She pushed.
And you had another guy who picked it up as well.
Why's my microphone moving?
Oh, I'm wiggling my leg on the table.
You're fidgeting.
Yeah. I'm never comfortable, am I? And
so yeah, I'm phoning her. So I'm hoping for updates on Tuesday. She's phoning around what I can imagine is all of Cumbria Council.
Just all of them must have been
trying to find out who's going to do what.
Yeah.
And then we get to end of play Tuesday, and I get a phone call from the estates department saying, we're having an emergency meeting tomorrow at 12 Wednesday midday, about this very thing.
And the tent gets delivered 9 a.m. Wednesday.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to open the gates for you. I understand this thing needs to be built. So, get it built, but you still don't have permission.
Yeah. Do what you've got to do, but know that it's not there yet.
It's not there yet. So, Tuesday night, I didn't sleep because...
No, you didn't.
As far as I was aware, this was a brand new meeting to discuss the whole event, to go through the risk assessment, the project management plan, everything I've already done with the council on a few safety advisory groups. And I think there might have been some new names in the room, which I wasn't aware of.
The problem with new names is that, if they're high enough, they can just, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, they just want to make they want to make their own mark on something. And
Yeah.
say, no, we're not doing it. And that could have happened. We could have had some higher up go, nope.
Absolutely.
This isn't happening.
Absolutely.
So their meeting was on Wednesday midday, and I didn't sleep Tuesday. Get down to the field for Wednesday morning to welcome the delivery in of the beer tent.
And everything started turning up.
Beer tent arrived. Bar
arrived.
Later that day, someone else. Some people started to suppliers came out to scope out the site just to see delivery points and access points and all that sort of stuff. So it was busy Wednesday. And I'm sat in my car going, I still don't have permission. And I'm looking at all this building activity going on. And I'm like, oh God. We've got to do this, but I'd like to do it with
rather it not
piece
be a
of
blag.
paperwork. Yeah.
Rather it not be a blag.
And
it always is.
Gets to midday.
I popped off to grab some lunch.
You went to go grab some lunch.
You looked hungry.
And it was, I was like, right, I know that they're having their meeting now.
Yeah.
They're having their meeting now. And I'm just watching the clock.
Yeah, waiting.
12:01. 12:02.
12:2:30.
12:03. Back to 12:01. And it went on forever. Forever and ever.
Well, I popped off, I think it was about 12:15 to go and get lunch.
Yeah.
Got caught up with a couple of things in the pub, as I always do.
Yeah.
Got back to you about 1 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
And I got the phone call, so my phone rang. Ring. I immediately recognised it as a council number. I picked it up, and it's the estates guy. And he started it off with a bit of a somber tone. I was oh God.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think he intentionally tried to wind me up.
Maybe he's got a bit of banter in him.
But it started off a bit somber, like a bit teeth drying at the start. Like, well, we've had the meeting, Joe. And I was like, oh no. And then he rabbited on about something. I don't remember what it was because I was just waiting for him to say.
So, can you just say it? Can you just say
put me
it?
out of my misery. He went, so the good news is you've got the permission, Joe. And I was like, oh, melted into my seat.
And relax.
Immediately relaxed, immediately got over it, and just, the water's great, everything's fine. But this permission came in at about 1:45. Basically, the festival's ready to go on Wednesday, and
it couldn't have come any later.
Yeah, it was last minute. The council themselves, they said, "We're embarrassed that this has happened," and I think it went up as high as it can in the council. I don't know what
That's the impression we got, wasn't it? Is that there was some bigwigs involved.
Whether it's a CEO or whatever it is, I don't know what the top title is.
Could be a chairman or something.
A chair or a director.
But it's definitely gone up the top of the council, isn't it?
It went higher than what this piece of work normally goes.
Yeah.
And they went, what's going on? To give credit to the council, they've done a lot to help.
Yeah.
A lot of advice, a lot of kind of support from them.
They've not been particularly roadblocky. They've been diversionary, haven't they?
This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do, because from what they've said, what individuals have said, they want to see this happen. Whether that's the council's official opinion, I can't say, but individuals within the council in different departments have said, we want this to happen. We want this to be a yearly thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're
Get
here
on
to
with
help.
it.
Yeah. And it was all systems go.
It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah, all systems go. Wednesday, boom, had the greatest sleep of my...
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it? I bet you was like a little bubba.
Had a wonderful sleep then. And...
Thursday was it, wasn't it? Thursday for us.
Thursday
was just get it built, get it in.
Yeah.
We
had the beer delivery.
Got
whole
all
truck.
that. Oh my god.
Wasn't it?
Oh my god. I am still tired. I am still tired from moving all of that beer all weekend. And it only actually finished yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I had one more keg to deliver yesterday.
So I think we had 35 kegs. And then initially we had about 10,
12.
11 casks.
It was 12 casks you had.
But that number grew over the weekend.
Real quick. But not quick enough.
We'll get to that in a minute. So Thursday happens.
Everything's set up.
Everything's set up.
Electric turns up.
Generator.
Generator guy was great.
Yeah, toilets.
All in. They were great guys.
Yeah. Fencing to fence off a small garden.
Yeah. We didn't get enough fencing. Fortunately, the council didn't seem to mind.
Yeah.
But we, I think the fencing, for me, I was, because of my background in construction, I was quite set on we need Harris fencing, which is the tall 6 foot panel fence, 6 foot by 12 foot, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's around that size anyway. I was sort of quite set on we need Harris fencing. And what we got was metal pedestrian barrier. And actually, I preferred what the pedestrian barrier looked like.
Yeah, looked cute, didn't it?
Well, it was just less. I don't know, really. I think the Harris fencing, it could look quite cut off.
Yeah.
And down there's quite pretty. And you put a load of Harris fencing up, and it does just make it look like a building site. Whereas the pedestrian barrier is a bit more. I think it's a bit more sympathetic to it.
Yeah.
Although we didn't have enough of it. We definitely needed more, but I wouldn't say next year we need Harris. We'd stick with the pedestrian.
Stick with the pedestrian. And what, we had 60 metres delivered.
Yeah.
Maybe 120, 180 is enough.
We don't need to fence off around the field, we've discovered.
Yeah.
I think 120 would be enough. We had a little bit in the corner that should have been fenced off and wasn't.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have gone round the tent properly, just to have stopped anybody getting close to the tent, because that's just one of those things you've got to protect, isn't it?
Yeah. From
the outside. I think that's about it, really. It might have been nice to have run the fencing down the back of the toilets properly.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I think 120 is plenty.
I think in position of the marquee, what I'd like to do next year is just move it along the field a bit more and have the cellar straddle the length of it instead of at the back of it, because we had the python running across our access, didn't we?
Yeah, which wasn't perfect.
No, I mean, none of us are idiots. We could see it's there. We're not going to trip over it. But someone could have tripped over
Somebody could have done it in a rush. You know, it's one of those things that when everything gets set up, you then immediately see it. You go, oh, hang on a minute, we got that wrong. But it's lessons learned, isn't it?
So next year, we'll just position the tent differently. Just a bit more access along the side there for things like the python. Maybe the generator. I don't think the generator really got in the way because all the wiring was nice and tidy put away, wasn't it?
And they put a little trip protector, didn't they? Like a full protector ramp over all the cables and stuff. So that was good.
Yeah, so that was excellent. So Thursday happens, brilliant. That's all set up. I had to shit off because my wife works on Thursday nights, and then you carried on, sort of directing and putting things in place.
Until like 10 o'clock at night. You slide off at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm still going at 10 o'clock at night that night, making sure I had to clean all the cellar pipes. I had to make sure everything was plumbed in. It was just a lot of little bits.
Yeah.
Lots and lots. Every time I finished a job, I went, oh no, I need to do that.
I need to do that now.
What would I want? Oh, I need to do that. Right, okay, have I done? Yeah. Oh, hang a minute, I need to do that.
Yeah.
You know, just simple things like the trailer that was the cellar.
Yeah.
I gave the floor a sweep and a clean.
Yeah.
You know, just to be 100%.
Yeah.
You know, just so we were 100%, so that if the health guys came along, they could look at everything and go, well, everything here is temporary, but they've done everything they can to make it clean.
Yeah. And it was clean. We were complimented on that an awful lot.
This
is clean.
Yeah.
Like, not inside and out, behind the bar, in front of the bar, where people were.
It was untidy at times.
Yeah.
But cleanliness was there.
Yeah. We had the litter picking, plenty of bins.
Little shout out to Freddie. Little shout out to Freddie doing all of his work.
And Freddie's Papa Parkin.
Yeah, Papa Parkin, yeah.
Yeah,
he popped down.
He was litter picking, wasn't
We
he?
got some good news there, haven't we? So he raises money for is it the North Air ambulance?
Yeah.
And they raised over 300 quid.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And $10.
Oh, yeah, and some euros.
And €2.50, I think.
There you go, you see.
Every little helps.
See, not only are we providing a service, but we're charitable as well.
Yeah. And the guys, the Nobody's Friends Shanty group.
Yeah.
Which I think were... Yeah, I wasn't expecting much for them.
I thought they were great.
But they were really good.
They were really
good. And they sang some old sea shanties. And did some funny other stuff as well. And they went around with their little rattling tins afterwards for RNLI.
Yeah.
They got 60 quid, 80
Did
quid,
they?
something like that. Still, it's all good. It's all
little bits, isn't it? Little bits towards the calls.
All helps. So winding back to Thursday, I forgot we did the procession through town, didn't we? With
oh god,
with 10 beer barrels on a it's not really a car trailer, but we'll call it a car trailer.
Well, at the moment it's a car trailer. In a previous life it was a car trailer, but we're going to turn it into a flatbed this year.
Multi-use trailer.
So when Joe says beer barrels, what he actually means is whiskey casks.
Yeah.
That are 4 foot high.
Yeah.
Nearly 4 foot, and they're a good 2 foot in diameter, these casks.
Yeah.
So we had 10 of them.
Yeah.
10 of them on the trailer.
Yeah.
Popping the horn through town.
Yeah. Beer Festival.
Penrith Beer Festival. Get your tickets online.
And
then we went back.
To get the box.
To get the ticket booth.
With its flappy roof and whatnot.
Oh, you overbuilt that and underbuilt it.
It was good though. It kept them dry, didn't it?
It kept them covered and dry, which was important.
I think next year I'll just put a bigger flap at the top, at the front there.
I was thinking about that. There's things we can do. I've got ideas for that.
Just that rain, just to stop the rain driving into the box.
Yeah, I think we probably need to redo the roof.
Yeah.
Because it does look like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
But, you know, you had a budget to stick to. So next year we can get another bit of ply and we can do things.
Yeah, get a bigger sheet. It needs 2 sheets. That's what it needs.
Yeah.
I've got 1 sheet.
Yeah.
It needs 2 sheets.
Yeah, but we can make that work.
So we paraded that through town.
That was great fun.
Yeah, big yellow box on the back of a car trailer.
Popping the horn in the Range Rover.
Everyone's going, what's this? What's all this?
Full drug dealer spec Range Rover as well. Blacked out windows, stupid exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous. Blown turbos.
So Thursday happens. That's all set up. Rock up Friday. I don't really know what we did Friday. I think it was a fencing Friday, wasn't it?
We'd put the fencing out Friday.
Yeah.
And we just final checked everything.
Yeah.
We final checked that the PA, because the PA guys turned up.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, Andy was his name, wasn't he? Andy and
Cumbria Event Solutions.
That's it. Yeah. They were really good.
Yeah, they were really on top of what they were doing, and
yeah, absolutely.
Everyone complimented the sound which they produced. It wasn't too loud. It wasn't too quiet.
Really, what was nice about the sound is that if you wanted to get up amongst it, you could.
Yeah.
But you could then stand to one side and have a conversation.
Yeah.
And listen to background music. They
no,
really knew what they were doing.
There was no screaming and shouting, and we didn't have ringing ears at the end of it, did we?
Do you know the loudest? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, actually. But so Friday morning was just fencing and final touches.
And then just doing all those little things you forget. Where's the kettle, for example?
Yeah. I had to go out and get the kettle sorted real quick.
And just bits and pieces like that. And so we opened at 12.
Yeah.
And we waited.
Well, there was 4 people that turned up almost immediately.
I think they came about 12:30. They came.
Was it 12:30?
12, quarter to 1-ish. Maybe it might have been gone 1. I don't know. But yeah, we had a bunch of guys come up first, and then we had another group, and then it started to fill up.
And then it started turning over.
And it was like, oh, hang on, this is happening.
Yeah.
This is happening. And we get to about sort of 4 or 5 o'clock, and nearly everybody else turns up.
Food vans were all there.
So we had Dusty Dogs and Landy Chef. Dusty Dogs do hot dogs and loaded fries.
Very nice.
Landy Chef did curry, pulled pork, burgers, chips, things like that. And he also he had his own jerky as well.
Oh, he did, didn't he? That was good stuff.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, he was out there plying it amongst the crowds.
Yeah.
They both did very well at the festival.
Yeah.
I think, and it just kind of it carried itself, didn't it? There was no more directing to do. It was just like,
once the gates were opened, it felt like we'd done everything we could. Yeah. And all we had to do now was serve beer. Yeah. Our only job, your job was to manage. Yeah. Make sure. You spent 2 days just walking around, making sure everything was okay. Yeah. You know,
just and checking in on everybody, making sure everyone's happy.
And I did the other half of it, I think. I mainly did cellar duties, actually.
You're a cellar boy.
I made sure the beer didn't run out. Every single time a tap ran out, there was beer on it within minutes.
So Friday was okay. We had a couple hundred people. It wasn't.
The weather was lovely on Friday.
Beautiful on Friday.
We couldn't have had a better opening day.
And it gently broke us in, and I think it got to the end of Friday. I was like, oh, I'll get a few more casks. So I've already warned a couple of the breweries. I might just put a little order in on Friday night. Can you drop it off Saturday?
Yeah, we always had a plan to go and get more on Saturday morning if we needed it. That was always on the cards.
So we just gave that little highlight. They normally don't do Saturday deliveries, but they're like, fine. So I put a little order in for only 5 casks or 4 casks.
Was it 5? I thought it was 3.
We had 2 and 2. So we had 2 from Tyrrell and 2 from Carlisle.
Right. Oh, of course it was.
And I thought, I'll be fine.
It'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
Get to Saturday 12 o'clock.
So I just want to preface this. I think we may have said this on a previous podcast, but the reason why we've done a beer festival twice before, but in the pub car park. Yeah. And the reason why we weren't worried about the beer, the actual cask beer, is because the last 2 beer festivals we've done, we basically didn't sell any. Yeah. Did we? We sold Madry, ciders, and gins.
Yeah, didn't get through a single cask.
Did we?
Not a whole one.
We weren't that worried about it. But as we found out Friday night, Joe called this one a beer festival, as he has the last 2, and people went, "Oh, this is a beer festival."
Something changed there.
Didn't they? Something was different.
So we didn't sell out of any casks Friday night.
We were over halfway through the lot, though.
And it just was like, we'll just get another 4. It should be all right. But then 12 o'clock came, and people were turned up immediately. Yeah. Immediately turned up at 12.
There was a queue.
And I was like, oh, we're not going to have enough cask.
Yeah. Immediately.
As soon as I was like, got to 12, it got to like 12:08, we already had 60 people there. Yeah. I was like, no, not going to have enough cask. So begged, borrowed and sealed all around Penrith.
Did really well there. We had, we'll shout them out, I think.
So Rugby Club
sorted us out with a keg of Tyrrell.
Yep.
Sorry, not a keg, a cask of Tyrrell. Fell Bar sorted us out with a cask of Tinderbox, which went down very well. Yeah. And the Beehive, was it? Yeah. Beehive sorted us out with a very popular cask of Timmy Taylor Landlord.
Yeah. And
it was very nice.
Got that, put that on.
And it almost immediately ran out.
Immediately sold out.
we didn't turn any of the pumps off until the end, until the night started wearing thin. Yeah. So we did really well to never actually run out of a choice of 10 beers at all times.
So, but maybe 40 minutes after that, right, we have to go to Carlisle.
Yeah, you put an emergency call into it, didn't you?
So we called up Alison at Carlisle Brewery.
Thank you, Alison.
We had to hunt her down, actually, because the brewery was obviously closed, but we knew she'd be at her pub.
She's out there somewhere.
So we phoned the pub. Alison there. And you know what we're going to ask for? Oh, God. So yeah, I'll meet you there in 45 minutes. So we bang up the M6.
Yeah.
Junction 44.
I think so, yeah.
44, turn off, and pull up at a brewery. And
she said to us, we've got some, but it's fresh.
yeah.
So you're going to have to treat it like a baby.
Yeah.
And we're like, don't worry, it won't have time.
And to be fair, that beer performed really well.
Yeah, no worries with it whatsoever.
We tried to leave it, you know, ideally you let it settle for 24 hours.
Yeah.
You then tap it, you let it
Breathe.
you know, do its thing for another 24 to sometimes 5 days. Timothy Taylor landlords, that can take a week.
Yeah.
To condition. But this one didn't. I don't know why. Maybe
it'd already been sitting in their cellar for a few days.
It wasn't tapped, was it?
It might have just had time to settle.
It was. It was funny, wasn't it?
It tasted great.
Because whenever we've had it, we've let it settle for a day.
Yeah.
Tap it, and then it needs 5 days to condition.
It just needs to sit.
So anyway, tapped it, got it on, left it as long as we could, but it was just flying out.
And like you said, there was no problems with any of her beer.
No.
Carlisle Brewery, that was great stuff. People loved it.
Yeah. Cushy Peeve.
Yeah.
They really like all the lighter beers,
And,
didn't they?
well, no, you say that, but the oatmeal stout,
yeah,
hugely popular.
The mild, once that got going, the mild went, didn't
Crafty
it?
Mild.
Yeah, that took a little while just to
Who's
get
Crafty
going.
Mild? That's Kirk.
Crafty Mild, I think, was...
Is that Kirkby Lonsdale
I think that was
Brewery?
KL, yeah.
Yeah.
So that took just a little bit of going. But once it got going...
Yeah, people were on it. The thing about Crafty Mild is it's a very, very dark beer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste how it looks.
And you don't get mild these days.
No.
It harkens back to the olden days where you had bitter, mild, and lager in pubs. You had 3 choices.
Yeah.
And you don't really see mild anywhere now. So I think once
it's a shame because mild's a really good drinking beer.
Once some of the old boys saw, oh, there's mild, they started doing what they used to do. And I can't remember the names of them now, but they'd mix half bitter, half mild.
Yeah.
And it was called a particular name, and that's how they'd make their cocktails of the day.
It'd be their flavour, wouldn't it? That's what it is. But yeah.
So they went well. The oatmeal stout, yeah, like you said, that went well. Some of the fruitier ones, which I thought would fly out, they took a little bit of convincing. But once they got up and running again, like the Cushy Peeve and the
Cushy Peeve was hugely popular. The one that I found interesting that you was convinced we wouldn't have enough of. Well, I don't know about that, but you was convinced
we would sell straight away. Yeah.
Was that Damson Saison?
Yeah,
which was really nice.
It was nice. I just think people don't know what Saison is.
Yeah,
I think that was the problem. I thought they might know what it is, but they don't.
Yeah, I always try to, when I was on the bar, I always tried to say, oh, they go, what beer shall I have? And go, well, let's try a couple.
Yeah.
You know, you give them half a little splash in a cup. Say, what do you think of that?
Yeah.
You know, and almost always they would come away from what would be normal and go on to the interesting things.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the other thing that surprised me was how quickly we got through Sharp's Twin Coast. We had 2 casks of that.
So the key thing for me was try and keep everything local.
Yeah.
Was try and have local breweries, local ales.
Yeah.
That went out the window when we started running out of ale. So that's why we got the
because they were pub beers, weren't they?
Yeah, we got the landlord in. That's Timothy Taylor landlord. That's not a local brew, but we got it in.
It's like Midland somewhere, isn't it?
We had 2 casks of Sharp's new Twin Coast up in the pub.
It's very nice.
So it was like, right, bring those down.
Yeah.
Get them in, and they just went like that, didn't they?
We put one on, and 45 minutes we put the next one on.
Yeah.
And then half hour later we ran out.
Yeah.
And people going, you got any more of that Twin Coast? Like, no, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. So Sharps are onto something.
That's 144 pints.
Just gone in less than 2 hours. It was
on that one cask. So yeah, I think next year more cask, just more stock of a cask. We had a good selection. I think we had a really good, nice wide selection of stuff, and it kept everyone happy. It wasn't just 5 bitters and an IPA, was it?
No. It was, and they were all interesting. There wasn't Green King IPA.
No.
You know, which is a nice beer.
Yeah.
But there wasn't just Green King IPA. There was lots of interesting things.
So we had Coatley Lonsdale, we had Fell, Carlisle Brewery, Tyrrell. Tyrrell's did well, didn't they?
Very well.
Who else did we have?
Who just Fell Walker?
Oh, so we had Bowness Bay. We had Eden River Brewery. They
Yes.
won to, what was that one?
It's
Well,
really.
you wrote the badge for it.
Oh, what was it?
Turns out it was a bitter, by the way.
It was. It was.
Because
Was
I
it?
found the actual badge.
Was it? Bauer? Bowhead?
I can't remember what it is.
It was. It was nice though. Yeah, I had to write the ticket for
Yeah,
it.
because
Didn't
we
I?
didn't know what it was, did we? We had the name on the barrel, but
Yeah.
it didn't say if it was a bitter
It's,
or an IPA.
Anybody
or
who
a pale.
asked about it, I gave him a splash of beer and went, "That's
Yeah.
what it's like. Try that." We don't know. We can't find the clip.
So Bowness Bay, Eden River, Crooked River.
Yeah.
Crooked River. I had a good chat with those guys after the event when I dropped off their chiller back.
They were good. They were good beers. They were
They were
because they
nice.
were off of what they call it it's like a special font, isn't it? They call it because it's not like a traditional beer like lager tap
Yeah,
or a beer engine hand pull.
yeah.
It's like they call it it's a special tap like you get in America, isn't it? Like those taps.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've got a name, but I can't remember.
I
what
call
they
them craft taps.
are. Craft tap. That's what I'd call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had those guys.
They were very nice.
Hawk's Head.
Yeah.
So they're the one that had the saison and the White Shark,
Yeah.
which was the Weiss beer.
That was very nice.
I think that's everyone. I might have missed somebody else.
If we've missed you and you're listening to this, write your beer down in the comments.
I won't name this brewery, but we did. It's quite funny.
Oh, God.
So this brewery came up to the pub a few months ago, maybe the end of last year.
Yeah.
And what breweries do, it's not a hard sell. They come in the pub. Do you want some beer? Here's some free beer. Drink it. Do you like it? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to put it on? Okay. That's the sell.
That's the sell. That's all you got to do.
It's not hard.
As long as you can taste the beer and go, do you know what? That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
So this brewery came up and they gave us a few cans or whatever. I was like, yeah, this is great. Let's get it on.
They did was it an Earl Grey
Something like that.
IPA or something,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
So they gave us a couple of. I said, all right, well, let's have 2 casks. Let's get them next week. And yeah, cool. Get them dropped off. And then nothing happened. Nothing got dropped off. And I'm not one for chasing people.
It was about a month later.
Yeah.
You and I went, did that ever turn up?
Well, what it was that the invoice does.
Oh, right, was it?
So it's an invoice. It's like chasing for payment. I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing it.
Well, we'd have had a conversation about it because we'd have tried it.
And I was like, can you just check with your delivery driver? And he did. He said, yeah, no, he dropped it off at the pub. Dropped it off at the Cross Keys Inn. And I said, okay, can you just ask him again which Cross Keys... I know it sounds silly. Ask him which Cross Keys Inn he dropped it off at. So to explain that, there's another Cross Keys Inn in Penrith. But
Yeah.
not in the town Penrith like we are. In like a little village, which on the postal system, it would say T-Bay Penrith. And
Yeah,
we're Carlton Penrith. So we often get phone calls to that place or vice versa, and sometimes there's a bit of mixing up. Sometimes, because that pub's owned by a big brewery company. I remember one time this guy, we'll come to do your roof. I was like, oh, brilliant, I might take that.
Yeah.
But really, this ain't the right pub. You want the other pub.
Yeah.
So I said, just check. And he said, yeah, he dropped it down the alleyway. So we don't have an alleyway. So he definitely gone to the wrong pub. And then it turns out he dropped it off at the wrong Cross Keys. They took it. They paid for it anyway. That was all sorted. So I got in contact again for the festival. I was like, cool, yeah, let's...
All right, lads. Do you remember the muck-up last time? Don't do it again.
So, and I remember saying, remember, the Cross Keys in Carlton Penrith, the right one. And we're both joking. Ha, ha, ha. And I put 500-600 quid order with them for a few of their beers. And it never turned up.
It was only...
Didn't really pay attention.
It was only Monday that we went, oh, hang on a minute, that beer didn't turn up.
I was just going
Might
through...
even have saved the day.
I was going through a list of like what things that need to be paid for.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't remember seeing that beer. Again, I don't remember seeing that beer. And I emailed him, hi, just checking, did you deliver it to the Cross Keys? T-Bay? And he went, oh no, I thought it was next month. So that's 2 deliveries, that is breweries.
Which is a shame.
It's a shame.
Because their beer's quite nice.
Yeah, I'll give, we'll give
I think they'll still get another chance, yeah?
Yeah, it's not cost me anything. They they've messed up on their end.
They haven't.
It's affected them, not affected me. So
Exactly.
they'll get another chance.
They've let you down, but not in a way that was catastrophic.
No, but like you just said there, if we did have those beers, might have not had to
go out and get any.
Go out to
because
Carlisle.
what's that? 500 quid order. That's going to have been 4 or 5 kegs.
Yeah,
isn't it? So we wouldn't have to have gone to Carlisle.
Yeah.
But you know,
it don't matter.
Next time I'll pay more attention to what you're buying, which is really hard because you don't tell me, and I'll check everything in and out. So,
so yeah, that happened. We didn't run out of beer.
No, we didn't run out of anything.
No, run out of beer, and came out at the end where the whole event kind of paid for itself, really, which is the goal. It might have cost a couple of grand, $3 grand, something like that. But given the scale and scope of the event, a loss that size is acceptable.
Well, you haven't had to find any money,
no,
have you? At the end of the festival, there was enough money to pay everybody.
Yeah.
And everything's square.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And there's a few quid left over for you.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there's a few quid.
There's a sandwich in it.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. I'm trying to think of some highlights from the event. I can't really think of any. All the music was good. The
music
sound
was good. The loudest thing of the weekend was the drum group.
Yeah, they were really cool.
And
Bijamba. Yeah.
They were really good fun.
Yeah.
And they were the loudest thing, and they're unamplified, aren't
Yeah.
they? So that was very loud.
So it's 30 of them doing samba drums. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That
was
cool.
great fun.
The crowd was great. I think we just had one incident where we chucked somebody out.
Well, that's because they were already on pub watch, weren't they?
And then we did have a fake token situation, which we're trying to still get to the bottom of.
Still trying to work things out with that.
And it's just been dishonest, really. Like, don't take the mick. Why it's theft, it's fraud. Someone guessed that we would have yellow tokens. They brought their own yellow tokens, which were at a glance, you know, when they're
close enough.
Yeah.
But if you throw a couple in a handful of tokens, you wouldn't notice them.
Yeah.
It was only once they started coming through, you went, hang on a minute, what's that? And the thing is, they always came through the same group.
Yeah.
That's how we're able to locate it.
So we're just still investigating that. We've got a couple of leads, but yeah, that put a little sour note on the thing.
Yeah.
You know, after you spend so long planning something and then chucking so much money into it and
so much
and working so hard to get it done, and then someone comes along and tries to nick 80 quid off you.
The thing with it is, it's not just, I don't know, it goes more than theft and fraud, doesn't it? It's dishonest.
Yeah.
You know, and it really shows the character of a person that they're going to try and steal beer off of you.
Yeah, and yeah,
you know,
we've used expletives, and we won't repeat them, but you know, thieving little.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
It's just not on. So we'll change the token system. We'll still do tokens next year, but we'll just change.
Well, they'll be identifiable, won't they?
Yeah, embossed or printed or holograms or you know, whatever.
And they won't be released till the last minute.
And
in fact, when the delivery comes in, I won't even open the box
under lock and key,
because that was the problem. I took the delivery of them to the pub, and a couple of the staff wanted to see them, and the staff was, you know, with staff it's like, it's all right. The problem you're doing is you're opening them up to getting questioned from people who might want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no one out there that do it. Like I said, we've got a few leads, but those that will put the effort in to try and work it out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah. So event ends on Saturday, and
it was fine.
It was done. Sunday, people came on, packed up. The bar got packed up. We packed up everything.
Me, you, and Mara, wasn't it?
Yeah, and just got on with it.
Just got it done.
Got on with it. It was. I think next year, like I said to you, as I was doing, I was like, didn't really think about the pack down. We'll get a fresh team in.
Yeah. Save a couple of guys from the pub.
Yeah.
To come and right. Your job on the Saturday night is not to come and work. Your job is to, you know, not be here or enjoy yourself the other side, but know that you've got to be here at 9 a.m. Sunday morning to help us pack
fresh
up.
legs on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. It only took us till sort of 3-4 o'clock, didn't it?
It was fine. It was just we've been going for 4 days at that point.
Yeah.
That's to ignore the fact that I'm going to say it. I haven't had a day off since last Sunday. Because I've got a full-time job. I did my full-time job up till the Wednesday. I had Thursday and Friday off, but then immediately back in, Thursday helping on the festival till the Sunday.
Yeah.
And then back doing my job on the Monday.
You're really looking forward to 5:30 tonight, aren't you?
I'm really looking for... Well, tomorrow morning I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow morning I'll have had the rest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So, packed down Sunday. Marky came down Monday. Did a litter pick. So just walked around all of French Fields like 3 or 4 times. Just picking up all the litter.
Really, really fastidious on that.
And then we also did a drive round French Field as well.
That was fun.
On the road though, not on the fields. Just a picking litter. Made some small patch repairs on the ground, nothing major, just little bits of...
I was really surprised at how well the ground, considering it was all the rain on Saturday, and that was our busiest day, that field is incredible.
Yeah.
That's such a good field for drainage.
Yeah, it's solid field. The council spent a lot of money on that field. They've earthquaked it, injected sand into it.
And it was worth every penny.
So it's really well drained field, that. But no, it's bounced back lovely. It looks great. And I think it just took a few days just to kind of get over it, really. Riding high on that event for a couple of days afterwards, like thinking, oh, what's this happened? And feedback from everybody's been amazing.
We had one complaint, didn't we? Somebody complained that they couldn't, the directions weren't good enough.
Yeah, but you're here, mate, aren't you?
But you're here, so
they were good enough.
So stop. But everybody loved it. The biggest thing that I kept hearing was how clean it was.
Yeah.
How clean it was, and that was due to Papa Parkin and Freddie.
Yeah,
they went out there and just dealt with it.
Tobias as well. My son, he was well into litter picking.
Little Tobe walking around doing the job.
Yeah, he was running around with his grabbers. I think Maisie was as well.
Yeah.
Bertie, hello.
Hi, Bert.
And because my family came down, they all got absolutely rat-arsed.
They enjoyed themselves.
Yeah,
they enjoyed themselves. They
So my family, they're big drinkers, but when one of them says I'm drunk,
then there's a problem.
Then you know, okay.
Oh, I've got a really good story about that actually.
Yeah.
So your family were on the sauce on the Friday night.
Yeah.
And I don't know all your family members' names because there's so many of them. And I was talking with Andy, one of our security guys, and really, really solid, cool bloke.
Blackwood Security, shout out.
Use them. I think this is sort of just the story of the proof of how professional I thought he was. Me and him were chatting, just rabbiting nothing really, just, the festival's good, blah, 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 blah. And he knew the moment he needed to go and do something, right? And Joe was ferrying his family back to their hotels and stuff. And there was one uncle that was particularly drunk. And Andy was just sort of chatting and surveying. And he just stopped talking to me and walked over to drunk uncle. Yeah. Knew what he had to do. Went on autopilot. It was like a switch went in his head. And he just went.
Yeah.
And caught drunk uncle before he fell, and then got him to I saw Andy do that. I'm like, Andy knows what he's doing. He's a solid guy.
Yeah, security is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really pleased with them.
Yeah. We had the medics as well. Didn't need them in the end, but...
No, but they were
good to have.
Into that. Well, because they were doing marshalling as well, weren't they? Yeah. Effectively, they were... Because they didn't just sit in the van, which, let's be honest, is what you and I would have done.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't just sit in the van for 12 hours. They walked around, they patrolled, they spoke to people and make sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
And, they really did do a solid job.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't need them.
No. They said they were doing a bit of proactive stuff with because the speed bumps on the road. So just walking up and down that, making sure that the drunks, as they were going home, weren't... twisting their ankles.
There was apparently a couple that did trip.
Yeah.
That they went and dealt with.
Just making them aware that there's speed bumps.
Yeah.
Watch your speed.
Watch your
speed.
Walking.
They're there for a reason.
Exactly.
But no, onwards and upwards. Debrief in the month of council, and then 2025.
Which you've already written a document for,
yeah,
haven't you?
yeah.
Which is, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. He's writing documents now.
Document writer extraordinaire.
And that's it.
So yeah, we'll get on with
good
2025.
Everyone had a great time. All the staff had a great time.
Yeah. Everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Well executed.
Yeah. Do you want to do any shout outs to anyone?
I think we've shouted out everybody along the way, really.
Yeah.
Shout out to the staff at the Cross Keys. So we got Casey, Finn,
Infamous.
Who else? The others. So we had Freddie, Tia,
Becca.
What's her parents' names again?
Oh, Kim and Stu. They're Casey's mum and dad.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
Really cool job.
Shout out to Brad.
Yeah.
What a lad. Getting out there.
He helped.
He helped about picking up rubbish.
Yeah.
He enjoyed his curry and chips.
Yeah, he did. Who else have we got? We got Mara.
Yeah, shout out to my wife.
Let's not forget about Mara.
Mara did a great job for 2 days.
Then we have Ellie, Tegan,
Katie. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sure there's others. I can't think of everybody
but
right now.
You know you are.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. You all really helped pull together a very good event, and
we'll do it again next year.
2025.
Be ready.
And we'll book the weather this time.
Yeah. Well, we thought we'd done it this year, but this is the only wet. Was it June the 14th? It's the only wet June the 14th, 15th we've had in like 10 years or something, isn't it?
Silly. So that's it. So I think next time we're going to be on video.
Yeah, we've got a few bits. I've got a few little bits ready for that. That's going to be great. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, like, subscribe, share.
Subscribe.
Share.
Where the bad pianos start to show, keys all out of tune, just watch them go. Welcome to Adam and Joe talking nonsense on the Outside Scoop podcast show.